Ready? Okay, it's 7 o'clock. I call zoning board to order. Please stand for the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, pursuant to the Open Public Meeting Act, the South Jersey Times and the Sentinel were notified of this meeting. It was posted in the municipal building and also on the township website.
Mr. Mercado? Mr. Leo? Mr. Ketchum?
Here.
Mr. Gonzalo?
Here.
Mr. DeSoto?
Here.
Mr. Hamel?
Here.
Mr. Carrasco? Mr. Iglesias? Chairman Greenwood?
Here. Okay, in the absence of Mr. Gaetano, we'll see Andy Hamel.
Thank you.
For the public, all three applications are use variances. That requires 5 affirmative votes. You see, we only have 5 people here. So I guess we give the option if they want to continue to next month, if you decide not to move forward your application tonight. Because you need 5 affirmative votes. Good, Tara?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Falciani, you're good? And you're, okay. All right, minutes of the previous meeting, gentlemen. Is there a motion to approve?
Make a motion to approve.
A motion by Dana.
Second.
By Mike Garofalo, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? All right, first on the agenda tonight is ZB 25-03, name of Dillard's. Would you please come forward?
Senator Mark, on behalf of Anthony Dillard. Mr. Dillard is here because he constructed a...
How about we swear Mr. Dillard in? Just raise your right hand, please. You swear to tell the truth about the testimony you're going to give?
I do.
Name and address, please.
Anthony M. Dillard, Senior, 156 Stephanie Drive, Franklinville,
Thank you.
08322.
Okay.
This application concerns that property, 156 Stephanie Drive, and Mr. Dillard constructed a, we're going to call it either a shed or a pool house on his property, alongside here. The survey is in your packet, and a open porch, also sometimes called the deck, and he needs to get right to zoning for that because zoning has decided that this is not a permitted accessory use. Now, I kind of take issue with that. I think whether you call it a pool house or a shed or whatever, it's connected to residential use of the house. That's normal. So in my opinion, we don't really need a use variance. So I have asked for an interpretation about whether the use variance is needed. If it's not needed, we'll just move on to the other variances for setbacks. And if it is needed, I'm asking for the use variance. So
Our professionals both say we need a use variance?
Yes, we're in agreement with this.
Right. So I think we're going to side with our professionals.
as I would have expected.
So let's-
That's fine.
Let's move on.
Yes. So this shed needs some variances. It is, okay, here's another issue. In the RA zone, there are no setbacks listed for accessory structures. Some of the other zones we have in town, we have setbacks listed. This zone does not. Therefore, the normal thing that happens is that whatever the setbacks are for the primary structure get applied to an accessory structure as well. So right now, the way it stands, let me get that out. Oh, he would need a side yard setback of 20 feet, whereas he has 4.9 right now where it's sitting. And he needs a rear yard setback of 50 feet, whereas he has 33 feet.
For which one of those structures is that? So
So it's this.
where's the 4.9?
4.9 is this back corner here. Here's the north arrow. Okay. Oh, here's the north arrow. Okay, so it's the southwest corner of this shed is 4.9 feet off of the actual property line, and the northwest corner is 7 feet off of the property line. So you can see, okay, so that's the side yard setback in this variance. And rear yard, 50 feet, this is 33 feet, or 52 feet, but it's on the, closer to the house. There are some other structures on this property, which Mr. Dillard had previously obtained, permits for. In 2005, he got a permit for what is called a shed parentheses garage. And that is, if I'm looking at the plan, the main house is here, then there's a shed here. You see? This is that thing that's called a shed slash garage, parentheses garage. So that was in 2005, and in 2014, he received permits for the patio, pool, fencing, garage, second floor, residential use addition. I don't know what that means exactly, but that's, so he has permits for all the other stuff. This is the only thing right now that we're looking at, and that was built without getting a permit ahead of time. So, basically, that's what we're asking for. It is what we're asking for. Now, Mr. Dillard, I'd like to have you tell, you called it a pool house, or it says frame shed, your surveyor called it a frame shed. Can you tell the board, what are you using that building for?
So you have you have one room set up for chemicals, pool chemicals. You have a larger area set up for storage in the off-season, and then you have a 15 by 10 that's set up as a changing area.
Okay. And there were some photographs submitted with this application that I invite you to look at in your packet. And I mean, I think you can say in general that Mr. Dillard has a very nice, neat operation there. The first photo that I called A1 shows the structure sort of head-on, looking across the pool. So you can see the structure, and then you can see the deck or open porch that's attached to it.
Excuse me, Eric. This is the A1, this is the color one of the A1.
We got that. We have it, Mike.
Okay.
Everybody got it, like the application. Okay. And so you can see that, so that's the subject of tonight's application. Can we leave this here? The second photo is from Stephanie Drive, looking into the property, and your trees do a good job of screening this. You can't really see it that well, but it's on the right-hand side. You can see like the white fence, and you can see a structure back there. So my contention is that this is not, looking like an eyesore in the neighborhood where it is. And the third photograph, photo A3, is from the eastern property line, looking across over the pool to that frame shed. And you can also see the kitchen, the outdoor kitchen that he's got there on the left side in that photo. And the last photograph is a picture that's showing that sort of garage, what we call a garage structure, looking southward from the garage, in front of the garage area, back into the backyard. So,
Is that a garage? What is that?
what are you using that for?
That was a garage that was put up for, working on automobiles.
Do you currently work on automobiles there?
No, not, I will be soon, but not at this time.
Okay, well, it has a permit from 2005 for that.
For working on automobiles?
Restoring all
For the structure.
for the structure itself.
I mean, you work on personal automobiles?
Right.
Yeah, what is that?
That, at that time, there's this zoning permit, and there's another one out for, addition that I wanted to do, removing the garage and adding the second floor to that, as well as, I think there was one on the back of the house. It's not done.
The garage is just the garage.
Right.
Now, Mr. Dillard, how long have you lived in the neighborhood?
23 years.
And during that time, have you had a chance to get to know the neighbors on both sides?
Yeah, I know pretty much everyone in the neighborhood.
Okay. Now, you did send me this letter from Philip Ritz, who is a neighbor on one side of you, which I guess is the east side of you. And how did you come to get this letter? Is he here this evening, by the way?
He's on vacation.
Okay. So, I wanted to just offer this, read this into the record, that, yeah,
Mr. Lane's also here on letter that is coming in. It goes back to the year, so we would like to ask a question, not examine.
Right.
So they're not permitted to consider it as part of their decision making.
okay. Mr. Dillard, did you have a conversation with Mr. Ritz?
Yes, numerous.
And does this writing represent what your conversation was
Yes,
with him?
yes.
Well, in lieu of, if we're not going to present the letter, why don't you tell the board the content of your personal conversation with the neighbor?
Basically, he was saying, he was fine with the structure. He, appreciated me maintaining the house and taking care of the house. He appreciated me looking after his house when he's on vacation and he works nights. And he said, basically, I was nothing but neighborly, he had no concerns.
Now, Mr. Dillard, if you have this structure in your backyard, as far as we talk about what is going on in the community around you, are you aware of anyone else that has accessory structures in your backyards in your immediate vicinity?
I do believe there a couple people have certain structures, yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's fine to have accessory structures, but did they get variances when they needed to get variances? Did they have permits when they built it? I think that's really what's at question.
Just the point being that it's matching what's in the neighborhood. Whether they got permits or not, I wouldn't know.
Yeah, we're gonna hand this over to our engineer, Dave. Do you have any comments? You wanna go through your technical comments?
So we did, thank you, Chairman and board members, we did, our latest letter was April 18, 2025. Record is incomplete. We identified the same use variance, side yard setback, and rear yard setback to be considered by the board. in my first comment, I asked for architectural plans and sketches of the proposed structure, including a plan or elevation view should be provided. The plan shall depict the height of the structure and the interior use. So we kind of had a little bit of testimony what's on the inside. Is there plumbing on the inside, bathrooms on the inside?
No.
So it's no plumbing, no bathroom, no electric in there?
It will,
What's the height of the structure?
14 feet
14 feet to where?
to the peak.
14 feet. If that's correct, that meets our ordinance requirement. So, I noticed something, the survey I have that was submitted dated June 5th, 2025 does not match the survey that you have on the board. So, it doesn't match.
What doesn't,
There is, the structure shows that there's a shipping container in the middle of the yard. Is that still there?
That is
Shipping containers are,
right behind here.
so shipping containers are not permitted, they're not structures, they're temporary in nature, it shouldn't be there. We, by no means, is that this is approved, are we approving a shipping container in the yard? It's just curious that it's shown in our plan.
What do you use the shipping container for?
Tools. There's tools in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the difference is, but it's been there for quite some time.
And how long is the frame shed been for the pool house that we're talking about tonight?
December
December of this year?
of last year.
I'm sorry, there is no December.
Right. Correct.
December 2024.
Correct.
I really don't have anything else. Use of the pool walk of the pool house and the rear and the side yard setback.
Okay. Should we open up to the public?
I make a motion, we open the public.
Seconded by Dean, seconded by Mike Garofalo. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Anybody from the public like to be heard regarding this application? If so, please come forward. Nobody.
I make a motion, we close the public portion.
Motion closed by Dana. Seconded. Seconded by Mike Garofalo. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? None. Mike?
Just a couple questions. So there's an outdoor kitchen also?
It's a flat pavilion, yes.
And there's plumbing going to that?
Yes.
Where do you have one?
Right here.
I mean, the structure is substantial, maybe, but substantial buildings, what you described in there, there's something that's going to use now just for storage, and it's not going to...
I need most of it for storage, yes. We need this, so there's furniture here and all around the pool. Most of it is definitely storage. It's gonna be off-season
You
storage.
didn't get plumbing or electrical or anything for that building,
For which one?
for the one we're talking about.
No.
Which one are you talking about, Mike?
We're talking about the pool house.
Pool house. What have you gotten permits for from the town?
Well, when I applied it, I had to go back to zoning. When they,
Now, what structures there,
everything except that.
everything but the pool house and the deck? Is that,
No, I don't, everything except for the pool house itself, yes.
right, the pool house you built and didn't have any permits for?
Correct.
yeah, I think we need
Well, I-
permit numbers, read them into the record if you want. Other structures,
And the container, you don't have any, because that's not legal to have there anyway.
I was unaware, it's been there a very long time, so I was unaware. It's sitting on railroad ties, but it's been there quite some time.
Would you rather remove it or then apply for approval for it? Not tonight, you're not being able to go through the court. You're gonna have to either remove it or they would have to remove it or get permission to add it.
Probably recommended it with violation.
Yeah. But if you wanted to remove it, then it would solve the problem. If you don't, you just have to.
That's fine.
Then you just have to get permission to add
Yeah,
it.
that's fine.
If you want.
Which one?
Removing it is fine.
Oh, okay.
So, Mr. Chairman, the 2005 application was ZP 05-423. That was the permit for that garage structure, and the permit for the other things, pool, fence, all that stuff is 2014-0249.000. That's that permit.
My next question is, just to clarify, so nobody else is living here except yourself?
No, it's just me and Malone.
There's a nice pool. I was looking for a place that's not there.
Yeah, we should distinguish it from, what is that, something, it's not a living unit. Not a living unit, it's storage and.
All right, so we need a variance for rear yard, side yard, and unit use variance for the, they're the three things we need tonight.
Right.
And you're going to remove the container.
Yes.
Get all permits.
And, yeah, and, well, let's hear if there's a motion. Is there a motion or any more questions?
I make a motion, we approve the variance.
I'll second it. Any stipulations about getting it?
Get rid of the, container, shipping
How
container,
about getting it inspected?
and get the proper permits and inspect it.
They have them, they just can't do anything until,
We approve it?
right.
Okay.
Want to give them a nice time frame to be able to get that container out of there, something that's fair. What do you think, 6 months?
That's more than enough time, I would think, yes.
That's fine.
Okay, motion by Dana DeCesare. Seconded. Seconded by Mike Garofalo. Chrissy?
Mr. O'Connell?
Yes, something. Yes.
Mr. DeCesare?
Yes.
Mr. Garofalo?
Yes.
Mr. Ketchum?
Yes.
Chairman Granger?
Yes. Okay.
Thank you.
On my agenda here. Okay, next on our agenda, ZB 25-10, in the name of Jeremy and Alyssa Lightmeyer. Mike, everything in order?
Yes, notice of cargo.
Hi, my name is Nathan Van Emden. I'm an attorney in Millville, New Jersey, and I represent Alyssa Lightmeyer, who's the contract purchaser of the property in question.
We'll swear you in. Raise your right hand, please. You swear to tell the truth about the testimony you're going to give.
Yes.
Your name and address, please.
Alyssa Lightmeyer, 437 East Harbor Ave, Woodbury.
Try to speak into the microphone if you don't mind.
Again.
If you
Alyssa Lightmeyer, 437 East Harbor Ave, Woodbury.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, my applications have a begging forgiveness application as opposed to as permission. My client is the contract purchaser of a property in Wilmer Koch is the seller, and the property is beautifully maintained and managed, but historically it was given variance approval for a single mother-in-law apartment, and over the course of time, somehow two one-bedroom mother-in-law apartments were installed in the property. And no permits were taken, no permissions were granted for the second unit. And certainly the applicant was waiting for the zoning board to do platinum approval for the first one. But we come to you with clean hands. We didn't do it. But nevertheless, we are asking the zoning board to approve what's there, recognize that it's functioned well for 20 years. Septic, well, parking, utility, the property, is incredibly well manicured. But we're asking for the approval of the variance so that we can continue to finish the purchase, and we propose to encumber the property with restriction that says what should have been done in the first place, that this property may not be used as a commercial rental. It's got to be restricted to family use. The intention is that Melissa and her husband and 2 children will move into the main house, and her grandmother's sister will take on one of the units, and her mother-in-law will take on the other. And this has the salutary purpose of giving them babysitting. Among other things. We received Mr. Scheideg's review, and we tried to comply with it and gave a specific detailed floor plan along with the survey, and identified what the states is what the circumstances are now, so that they can be established. And we proposed language for a restrictive deed, which would memorialize an approval if that was your, if we were so fortunate to get it. I have pictures, which is part of the application, part of the package already, which show the property. I think you can see it's pretty well maintained. You can see that the house has a couple of entrances from, what's that road? Reed Avenue. Okay, so one goes right to the garage, but the other goes along the side and comes in around the back. And that feeds into the large parking area, the rear of the property, which is where the addition with the single mother-in-law apartment was installed. There's a mother-in-law apartment on the 2nd floor of the main house, and a mother-in-law apartment on the L shape coming off the back behind the garage.
And the 2nd floor one was already approved? Which one wasn't approved?
I think the 2nd floor one was approved. I don't know how you could sneak in an L-shaped addition without somebody noticing, but somehow that happened.
And that's attached to the house as well?
Yes.
It has its own entrance, I would assume?
Very nice entrance. So, parking right to the door. It's like an alcove and protected. You can see
Mother-in-law suite right here, the back entrance to the main house, and then this is a separate entrance to the upstairs.
So how many bedrooms total are there with all the
4,
apartments?
1, 1.
What?
4, 1, and 1. 4 for the main house, 3 for the main house, 1 state. 3 for the main house, 1 bedroom for one mother-in-law, 1 bedroom for another mother-in-law, so a total of 5.
So that would have something that the septic would, the county would
Exactly.
would have to approve that, right? Because they do it by bedrooms, correct? The size?
We're working on it.
If they don't, if the county doesn't know about the extra bedrooms, then they don't know about the septic. So that's something that needs to be addressed, but that's kind of separate than our duties here this evening. That's the county's going to help. And yes, it goes by bedroom count, or it goes by unit count, because these are technically standalone units, especially this one we're talking about. See, this L-shaped one is attached to the house, but it has its own very separate entrance, and it seems like it's a little more separate than the original one. The original one that was approved has an elevator plan that takes you from the main house to the 2nd floor in-law. There's also a set of steps, so that's really connected to the house, like a typical in-law would be. This one has, the main access is obviously the outside, the one we're talking about tonight. It's kind of more like a standalone apartment. Although there might be a little bit of addition inside.
There is a look inside.
It looks like according to the plans, there is this, it looks like there's a secondary entrance to a closet or something, according to the plans. But the primary entrance is obviously across that covered porch and from that parking area.
The L-shaped one?
The L-shaped. The nice avenue, yes.
Okay, we'll swear you on. You raise your right hand, please. You swear to tell the truth about the testimony you're going to give. Name and address, please.
Mark Ellenberger, 928 Lindell, right across from the property.
You're just a neighbor, you're saying?
No.
He's my
Okay.
grandfather.
Oh, you're the grandfather.
And the neighbor.
So it's truly a family complex.
And the county, the health knows about it, because I went there and told them what's going on. We want everything to be above board, lids, we want to have everything above board. We don't want any problems down the road. And there is an entrance from the main house into the L shape. Just walk right through the kitchen.
And an outside entrance as well.
Exactly.
And the other one has an entrance just by way of an elevator
And an outside step.
and an outside steps. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just trying to do it the right way it should have been done. What's the status of the county, anything in the county? We just had the septic tested and we're waiting for them. They're aware there's 3 kitchens. Oh, they're aware of, yeah. I went there myself, showed them the plans. I went through the whole thing.
Well, Dave, you might as well continue on with your report if there's anything else.
So I guess the application tonight is for a use variance for another dwelling unit in addition to the 2 that were previously approved. There's some existing nonconformities in the zone. You're supposed to be 1.5 acres, and this is 0.69 acres. There's also a density variance associated with this. You're allowed to have 0.4 dwelling units per acre, which translates into 1 dwelling unit for 2.5 acres, which means with the 3 dwelling units, you're supposed to have 7.5 acres. So there's a density, you need to grant the density variance also.
Where's your nice little chart that you usually have?
I
for you to put?
I wrote it out for you.
That chart is very handy.
And there's also an existing nonconformity for lot width, street frontage, as we call it in our ordinance. You have 120 feet and 150 feet is required. And there's an existing nonconforming setback to the existing structure off the road. 75 feet is required and 46 feet is existing. So both the lot frontage and the lot setback, they're not aggravated by this application. So I don't know that you need another variance for that. You could identify it as part of the resolution, but definitely you need to grant the use variance and the density variance for this building.
So the 2,
Tonight is larger one. That's the one we're not going to do. Okay. There's a pretty significant addition in this lots that really wouldn't have. Right, as far as we're concerned, it doesn't exist. Our permit was taken out as a family room that became an in-law suite. That's what we're trying to rectify.
And
I'm gonna guess that this didn't get picked up by the township because the owner was a exempt military, wasn't taxed. Maybe they weren't looking to maybe assess improvements, or that was a guess, because they weren't getting income stream. But they certainly will now.
we don't need to worry about the frontage, Dave, you're saying, because it's,
Well, like disagrees with me.
I think because they're adding, I mean, I noticed there, where citizens live there, they're adding that significant structure to the already undersized, frontage lot, so they think the variance is necessary. Also part of the package.
Okay.
so they need to get the variance for the front yard setback
The room.
and frontage.
And
2 things. The frontage
Yes.
and
Non-conforming setback,
the setback as well.
right? And it's lot area, then
Paragraph 5, 7.
Frontage, okay, all right. Want to open the public? No? Make a motion to open up to the public?
I make a motion, we open the public.
Second it. Motion by Dana DeCesare, second by Mike Garfola. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Anybody here from the public like to be heard regarding this application? Motion to close the public.
I make a motion, we close.
Second it.
Motion and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions? Go ahead. No, it's okay. I'm just saying, I'm just trying to get these variances, because I only have 4. You said, I heard you say 5. What's the fifth?
I was just saying the paragraph numbers, they, 5, 6, 7, 8.
6, 7,
4
8.
block variances.
Got it.
My concern is, I think it's a very good application, good presentation. I give it positive impressions from these people. Concern is, if they're not there at some point, like what goes with this property. So I know they proposed the deed restriction. My concern is using the word family. I think we need to have a little tighter definition. If the board is inclined to grant it, I think the deed restriction, because right now we're talking about mother-in-law suites. So the in-law suites, we don't understand what they are. Generally, they're an older generation of the family. They're there for talking about. You just put the word family in, and then it can be your college-age nephew, and everybody, and whoever. So people can take advantage of this. So I hate to see some future owner take advantage of the word family. So I would say if you're inclined to grant it, we need to tighten that up.
How would you tighten that up? Yeah, how do we tighten that up?
Well, if it's only going to be in-laws, it's in-laws. Or immediate family, you need parents.
I'm already talking, I agree with you, and that's always been a case, that's always been a problem, but I guess if we go back to the Glassboro case involving college housing, and the Supreme Court said you can't define it as family. You can't restrict it to a family unit, or anything to be a unit for housing. This is different, but how would you define the occupants in the family definition outside of the word family? If I say immediate, does that add any more clarity?
Unless we actually define that. I hate to have a wide open. We've seen those issues before. Actually had them in the board at times where somebody's cousin has 5 cars in the yard. I don't think it's these people. Maybe I can help with somebody. I mean, if you're not.
I think that's a good idea. That's,
Maybe go beyond family, maybe you might come to that later.
I'll show you.
you 2 attorneys could tighten it up somehow.
And I'll craft it in accordance with our discussion. So I agree. I understand what you're getting at, but I'm trying to figure out how to do it.
Okay.
You'll get it. You'll figure it out.
Whatever the board can do that. I'm not telling you.
Okay, we heard the testimony. Is there,
I'd like to make a motion to approve the, how many variants are there?
there's 5.
5,
Use variance, density, frontage, front yard setback.
and to include some sort of deed restriction for family, whatever you come up with.
Okay, motion by Dan DeCesare.
I'll second that motion.
Second by Mike Garofalo. Yes,
Yes.
Mr. Salisbury?
Yes.
Mr. Mahal?
Yes.
Mr. Petrus?
Yes.
Mr. Green?
yes. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Okay, next on our agenda, ZB 25-16, in the name of Neil Falciani. Neil, while you're up there, allow us to swear you in. Raise your right hand, please. You swear to tell the truth about the testimony you're going to give.
Yes.
Name and address, please.
541, Neil Falciani, 541 Morris Ave.
Are you going to be giving testimony?
Probably.
Raise your right hand, please. You swear to tell the truth about the testimony you're going to give.
Yes.
Name and address, please.
Emily David Falciani, 541 Morris Avenue.
Thank you. Mike, everything, notices and...
Yeah. This application involves two lots that are adjacent to each other. The abutting highway along this side and Morris Avenue this way. And Mr. Falciani has 2 companies that he controls which own these 2 lots, which I have colorized. The blue lot is, wraps around the back of the green lot. So this is one lot now, this big green here, and this is a small lot here. These were created when now the lake, whatever it's called at the time, was platted out. And since that time, there has also been, Pico Street was here, was vacated here, and some of that became absorbed by these properties. So this is what we have today. What was on the green lot, it's shown as lot number 8, there was a house on there, but some, less than 10 years ago, that the house was demolished without realizing that they had to maybe preserve their right to have a house there, because that is now an undersized lot. As a matter of fact, both of these lots are undersized for the current zoning requirements. So what Mr. Falciani is proposing to do is to take the portion that is to the rear of the green lot, this square here, cut it off of his lot, which faces Harding Highway, and add it to the rear of the lot, which faces onto Morris Avenue, thereby increasing that lot. And he wants, this is a commercial zone, so he wants this to be used for residential. There's no active construction proposed right at this moment, but it's highway commercial zone, and he wants to be able to use that lot as a residential lot and put another house on it. To the east is his aunt, and she has, as we had indicated in the application, when Pico Street got vacated, she said, I don't want my half of Pico Street that would come to me. You can have it. However, I want to be able to continue to use it while I'm living there. So there is a recorded deed restriction that allows Aunt Carol to use what was formerly Pico Street, where she currently has a dirt driveway, to get to her house. But that will eventually disappear when she leaves town.
Is that 148 Morris you're referencing? The next house, right?
Basically has like a horseshoe, right? The horseshoe driveway goes around the back of the house.
It's for her convenience, so she can pull around rather than back in the house.
So, we have several variances we need. The first thing is use variance, because we want to continue to use both of these lots as residential lots, but they're in a commercial zone. And by reducing the size of the new lot that faces Harding Highway, we're now intensifying the nonconformity of it. So that needs a use variance for that as well. There is also the situation where the zone requires 1.5 acres, and either one of these will be 1.5 acres. One will be 0.973 acres, and one will be 0.671 acres. We have a frontage issue, the minimum lot frontage on lot 8. Again, it's actually gotten wider as a result of Pico Street being vacated when that was done, which was maybe about 5 to 10 years ago. So it's now about 130, and I think it has to have 150. So there's a small frontage variance required on that. The other one, it has plenty of frontage, it's got 20.2 streets. I think that is all of that's all the variances that we need. So, it's straightforward, I think. If you think about what's going on in the neighborhood there, he's trying his best to make this lot bigger so it'll be more conforming to the size required in the zone. And if you look at it, it's it's a good planning move too. It's just a straight shot back now. No questions about having something wrapping around the back.
And there were always residential homes there.
Right.
And that particular lot that you have in green, it was much smaller.
It was much smaller, Mr. Chairman. It was basically 80 by 100.
And there was a house on that.
And there was a house on that. That would be 130 by 100. So it hasn't increased. Oh, no, more than that. It'll be 130 wide by 225. I think it fits the character of the neighborhood, and,
Dave, you got your nice chart on this one.
So, yeah, I did a report date for September 2nd, and we have a chart on page 2 that identifies the both 8 and 9 use variance for residential highway commercial zone. Both lots 8 and 9 need lot area variances, and lot 8 needs a lot frontage variance. Pretty straightforward. Morris Avenue has got a lot of houses on it. It's unlikely that this could be a viable commercial use on this type of a lot. So, fairly reasonable.
Thank you. Is there a motion to open up to the public?
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Danny DeCesare,
Second,
second by Mike Garfolo, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions. Anybody from the public like to be heard? If so, come forward, please. Raise your right hand, please. You swear to tell the truth about the testimony you're going to give?
Yes.
Name and address, please.
Darren Kramer, 143 Morris Ave. I really just came out to, I didn't know what was going on, so I got the letter in the mail. Wanted to check it out. Just a little background on me and my wife. We bought 143 Morris in 2022. It was a pretty dilapidated house. The whole thing was neglected, so we got it and we're renovating it and getting it all up to speed. And so, you know, we're not real estate investors or anything. That's our home. We live here. You know, I just, in the process of renovating our house, we really come into a lot of flooding issues. We probably spent about $2,000 on French drains, window wells, some pumps to deal with it. And so, you know, I know that there was a house with one floor and everything, but, you know, me and my wife, on lot 8 and 9, we always see this massive swell of water accumulate. We jokingly call it Lake Morris. Couple inches, have you seen this?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay,
We're
so
familiar.
you're totally familiar with this issue. A couple inches it appears, 3 inches, it's like Morris, and then it goes from there. So when we see it, it makes us quite nervous about whatever is going on, and I don't know what lot 9 is experiencing, what intrusion
It has had water, but it has a function out of so long that to take care of it. It's been a problem there forever. Houses on both sides, and we own and the other one that lives in. It's been that way going back many decades.
Yeah.
Sir, are you testifying that the water goes over Morris Ave onto your property from lot 8 and 9?
Well, I mean, to be honest with you, like the entire area, I think is probably suffering from a flooding issue, and there is a lot of building going on. Like I know.
Sure, I'm just looking at the street view now. You're across the street from
Right across
lot
the
8
street,
and 9 there. So, but does the water come over the road onto your property?
There's a lot of water on Morris Ave. I can't say that in particular is because when the ground table comes up, it's
Just check.
coming up at
Thank you.
Yeah. So I guess I'm just concerned. Now that I've seen it, I'm not trying to obstruct anything, you know, but I do wonder in the long term if anything, if there's any plans about this, because I see a lot of building going on the block, and the neighbors are clearing up the lot. We're losing a lot of forest, and it's all just turf grass, which is obviously contributing to the flooding issue in the area.
Well, and Dave, you can't, when you build a house today, you can't put your water on anyone else's property anyway, right?
Correct. And the application before us is only for a lot line readjustment. It's not for any proposed development. That would come later, and they'd be subject to any rules and regulations of the municipalities for a zoning permit application.
Right.
To address stormwater management.
And all lot drainage and stormwater management would go on planning as well, too, not necessarily zoning, but.
If they were proposing development, then yes. Right now, they're just moving on.
Right.
Right, I understand what it is. So I came out to just see what it is.
Hopefully to make you feel better, in adding to this lot with the back, we do not plan on building anything back here, and that's where all the water sits, that's the lake.
Oh, really? Cause
This is Morris Avenue.
Oh, right.
This is the current lot, and we're just adding one here. We still, if we build a house later, it would still be up here. And it would just add on to the lot to appease, the lot size. But back here, it would remain exactly how it is, which is where all that water goes, it sits and then absorbs into the ground.
Yeah.
And I can say that this house here, does not flood other than,
Well, it gets a little bit
it
into the
gets
sub pump.
a little bit into the sub pump, but the basement doesn't flood. The water is managed out here, anything pumps out into here. It goes down generally within 48 hours at the absolute most. And any water that actually is on here, this whole frontage here is dry. The water is back in here, and any water that is along here is not part of the property, is part of the highway. It is any runoff from the highway, not from the property. It's separate from, and there's, the state put in drainage on the highway, so it's as best managed as the state is gonna do.
So we're just, again, like our engineer said, we're just worrying about lot lines right now.
Right.
It's hard to see from the map, but it all kind of occurs over here. It's all kind of graded down.
I've seen it, I know exactly. I know exactly where, but it goes away very quickly.
It sticks around for a few days, it's a lot.
All right, is there anyone else like to be heard out in the public?
Thank you.
Raise your right hand, please. Name and address.
Ralph Travelloni, Marshall Mill Road, Malik.
You swear to tell the truth about the testimony you're going to give?
I do. I was on the 2024 Planning Board Master Plan Review Committee, and we looked at problems that this property has, where we looked at non-conforming use residential within the highway commercial zone. And we made our recommendations to the Township Committee, and 0525 did away with it, where a use variance is no longer warranted. I don't know why the office didn't pick it up, but it was passed somewhere around early July. We did 0525 and 0625. One was residential shed sizes, where we increased. Most people were very
The pole barns.
Excuse me?
The pole barns.
The pole barns, right. Accessory structures, where we increased it. And the Township Committee approved it. So 0525, please check it out, Mr. Scheide, because I don't believe this application requires a use variance for residential use within the highway commercial zone.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
But we'll go what we have in front of us right now, and then. Anyone else like to be heard? If not, we'll close the
Make a
public
motion,
hearing.
we close public
Motion
portion.
by Danny DeCesare.
Second.
By Mike Garfolo, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Okay.
I make a motion, we approve with the variance that we need or don't need to,
The
make
use
this
variance.
happen.
I'll second it. Okay, motion by Dana DeCesare, second by Mike Garfolo
Mr. Hamel?
to approve.
Yes.
Mr. DeSenza?
Yeah.
Mr. DePaolo?
Yes.
Mr. Ketchum?
Yes.
Chairman Ray?
Yes.
Thank you.
Good luck. Okay, that's it for our agenda tonight. Resolutions, Mike?
It'll be on this page, Michael and Mary Kay,
Should be just one, right?
Variance for lot coverage. One was very close, 125 and 150, and actually was approved.
Is there a motion to approve the
I'll make that
resolution?
motion.
Motion by Dan DeCesare,
Second.
second by Mike Garfolo, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Any abstentions to this resolution? Why is this doing this?
The microphone's not going to touch the table.
Annoying. Secretary's report, Chrissy? Nothing? Mike, David, any comments? Okay, motion to adjourn.
I make a motion we adjourn.
Motion by Dan
Second.
DeCesare, second by Mike Garfolo, all in favor?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned.
Thank you.